Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is actually the 1st of October. We're into a new month. It's Saturday morning, well actually Saturday afternoon my time now, Eastern time. And I've been getting this question about kind of daily, people asking me, what is your secret strategy that you actually use that helps you become profitable and sustain profitability in trading the ES futures each and every day? Well, today I want to talk to you a little bit about the actual strategy, okay? That I actually use, which is very simplistic. I'm not going to tell anyone to use it or not use it, but those that have been following the channel, who have been watching the videos upon videos, have started to, I guess, kind of understand the way I actually trade and been implementing into their own trading, and I guess it's been working for them, and I appreciate all the comments. But I want to show you a strategy, a winning strategy that you can actually use trading the ES futures, or pretty much any market, because it works with any market, for this new month of October 2022. Okay, we're going into a new month, and you can start today, using this. If you are a beginner trader, I do recommend that you understand the core elements, or the core the important things, important elements to trading, and grasping that, getting that under your belt first, and that is market structure and price action. I talk about those two things all the time, because if you don't understand market structure, how are you going to be able to read and understand price action, right? So you have to know what the market has done, and kind of in light of what it's probably are trying to do. Okay, so gotta think. Okay, and we as retail traders do not drive the markets. It is the banks, it is the institutions, and the sooner you understand that, the sooner you will be on the bandwagon, on board of and moving be able to trade and move in a direction with the bigger players. Okay, so yes, this is a strategy that I use that helps me win each and every day while I'm trading the ES futures. Again, I said it can work particularly with any market. Doesn't matter if you trade options or stocks or forex, whatever the case is, because it all surrounds one key thing or key element. And this part of the strategy of how I trade is supply and demand. If you don't know anything about supply and demand style trading, then I said this before, I highly recommend you taking time to actually just Google it. Look online, look on YouTube, whatever the case is. But just know how to trade, okay, around supply and demand. How to mark the zones, what it is that you're actually looking for. And I try to talk about this each and every day in my actual trading, regardless if I'm doing, my live recorded sessions, or particularly just doing a video talking about whatever it is, whatever topic I'm talking about. So yes, if you're a newcomer or someone that's new watching the channel today, I post my live recorded sessions to where you can actually see me, live day trade, here on the channel, here on Future Trading with Mike, as well as I'm always talking about certain topics at hand surrounding the style of how I actually trade, and kind of just letting you inside, through my own eyes and through my own personal experiences of trading for the last 10 years. Okay, so if you're interested in becoming part of this team, this community, simply click on the red button below, the subscribe button, that red button. Make sure to click on the bell, turn your post notifications on so you never miss one of the uploads here. It's a great channel. We have a great Discord community as well, which I'll talk a little bit about that and show you that if you're interested in joining the great Discord community. Okay, but yes, I trade the ES futures primarily 99% of the time, 98% of the time, whatever the case is. I'm trading that market. I do kind of look at other markets from time to time, maybe the NASDAQ, whatever the case is, but the ES is home for me. I love trading it. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a synopsis, or briefly, the breakdown of the strategy, what I use. And there are other strategies I'm sure people use each and every day that help them become profitable in their trading. But maybe you want to kind of like tune in and watch this video if you're watching it now, and stay on board and watch it to the end, because it could be something that you may want to add to your own arsenal. And it's just my strategy that I use that's very simple, and it's just simply based surrounding supply demand, looking for rejection, pullbacks, and taking a trade. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that. All right, now before we do that, you don't have to replicate the same kind of chart layout like I have. I have 4 panels here. It's a 60 range, a 24 range, a 12 range, and a 4 range. And people ask me all the time, this is the biggest question, one of the top questions I always get is, why do I use range charts, okay, versus tick, volume, time-based? Honestly, it's because this is the way I started. Someone from the beginning, when I was introduced the idea of trading, whatever the case is, and I grabbed hold of it, and someone had started showing me the charts, whatever the case is, and I started looking at the range charts, and I started comparing them to like time-based charts, and I just didn't really care for like 5 minute and a 60-minute chart and things like that. I'm not saying you can't trade from those, because there's plenty of people out there who trade using time-based charts all the time. I just think that the range charts, to me, they look cleaner. When I'm looking at the movements, the swings, the candles, everything just looks a lot cleaner to me. But yes, that's simply the only reason why I primarily use the range charts, is because of the fact that it just looks cleaner to the natural eye, to my eyes. And I guess after people have watched me actually trading using these, using the range charts, a lot of people are converting over, and I guess they like the idea, or not the idea, but they like how clean it looks when it's to the eye when they're trading or looking at the charts. It's just smoother, it's just cleaner to the eye to me. Well, that's primarily the only reason why. I think the setup's a little better as well. I can get into a trade a lot quicker sometimes versus, I guess, maybe using time-based charts, because sometimes you get those big candles on time-based charts, whatever the case is. But I don't know. To me, just my preference. You guys trade whatever works for you. But yeah, let's talk about the actual, the strategy, or one strategy that I actually use and when I'm trading each and every day, because I talk about different strategies on the channel, whether it be liquidity, whether it be surrounding supply and demand. But even with my kind of liquidity style trading, it's still kind of surrounds supply and demand in a sense. But anyways, let's talk about it. Now, I just, simply start off with a higher time frame chart, all right? For me, it's a 60 range chart. It could be a 60-minute chart for you. It could be, a 30-minute chart, whatever is your higher time frame. And I completely recommend, not telling you what to do, but you have to have some sense of direction in the market. You have to know kind of how the market's actually trending, in a sense, if you want to use the word trending. But you have to really know which direction the market is ultimately trying to move. What is the goal that it's actually trying to achieve? Is it trying to push higher, trying to push lower? So I simply look at my 60 range chart pre-session, when I'm gathering all my thoughts and putting things together for myself to kind of depict which way the market is trying to move. Yesterday's trading session, the market kind of moved sideways, throughout the day, and pretty much trading within the prior session's range, in a sense, before it actually pushed lower, breaking lows. Okay, so right here was a low from September 28th. The market pushes higher right here on the 29th, starts chopping around the latter part of 29th into the 30th, which was yesterday. And then what does it do? It breaks structure right here. Okay, it comes down here and breaks structure below 36, say 13. Okay, and once it breaks that, what are we looking for then? Primarily, we want to be looking to go short, right? Because why? All right, because when price made a low here, turned around, started breaking structure back to the upside. It broke structure right here, right? Okay, so at that point, once price breaks structure here, you can say, okay, I'm looking for long opportunities on pullbacks, okay? But in this case here, the market dropped, broke, it pushed lower. It took out a major area of support or a low here, okay? And so from this point here, once I see a structure break like this, a great structure break on a higher time frame chart, I'm looking for, my mind shift is now to start looking for short positions, all right? So if I'm looking for short positions, then I'm switching over to my 12 range chart. So the higher time frame will put you in the right direction. Then what you want to be able to identify is using a lower time frame chart. For me, I use a 12 range chart. It could be a 5-minute chart for you, whatever the case is, 2-minute chart, whatever it is that you use, if you're using time-based charts or volume or tick charts, whatever it is that you use to pair charts together, So, for me now that I'm looking at, say, for instance, the 12 range, which is my anchor chart now. All right, so let's go back here. All right, so now that we have kind of formed a direction or a bias of which way we're looking to trade, I'm looking to possibly look for short entries, right? Okay, so the area which I would actually be looking for, to mark a zone off the 12 range, excuse me, the 60 range chart will be this area right here. Now this area here is untested. So untested areas mean that the probability of a rejection or something happening in that area would be a lot greater, okay? Meaning price hasn't tested this area here. So basically when price went to push down here, it pulled back, broke structure, and then on the way down here, okay, on the way down here, it broke structure here, it also broke structure here. But here's a zone here. This is supply. supply is sitting back up in this area here. So price gets back around to the area, say 65, 66, 67. We could be looking for an area to go short. So the price pulls back here. What I do from there is basically just go down to my 12 range chart. So we're talking about what, 65, 66, 67. Go to your 12 range chart. For me, that's the anchor chart, or whatever anchor chart that you may use. You know, whatever high time frame, if you're using a 60 period with a 5 minute, that may work as well, sure. So we get back up to this area. What did I say? 36. Well, we're talking about, let's go back. Let's mark it off here. Go ahead and mark it off. And all charts, apply, okay. And that was, I said 65, okay. Now we're looking at price gets back here on the gets back here on this zone, which is this area right here, guys, okay. So price comes back to this area here. This is the supply area off of the 60 range chart. We look for an opportunity to take a short entry, right? But what I want to see happen is once we tap into this 60 range supply zone, is I want to see, this is the kind of setup I want to see. All right, so let's say price pulls back to this area. Okay, now it's hitting this area here, this zone here. Again, where did it come from? I just showed you guys that supply area that I marked off on my 60 range chart. Okay, now that's the first key to it. Price pulls back here. We see it happen on the 60 range, on the pullback there, and on the 12 range. But once price taps into this zone here, all right, and then what I'm looking for is, I prefer to take the trade at the upper edge right here of a high volume area, not dead smack at a high volume area, because when price gets to the middle portion of a high volume area, it just kind of pings around back and forth, back and forth. So if you take a trade from the outer edge of a high volume area, it's more likely you want to be drawn back to the center portion or below of the high volume area. Price likes to move to the upper portion of the peak there, or upper portion of the outer edge of the peak, move back to the median in a sense, or the mean. Okay, so price tapped into the zone. Now the kind of structure I want to see happen, all right, the structure I want to see happen at this point here is for price to break structure on the way back down. So if we had movement, say for instance, let me show you. Let's grab this. We have movement back up to the upside where price was making these stair steps back up to the upside, like this here. Let's just say this, okay? Price is doing this, kind of sloppy, but it's okay. Let's move this chart, move it out here, okay? All right, so we stair stepping back to the upside, making higher highs, higher lows, back to the upside, right? Now what I want to see price do once it taps into this zone right here, gets into it, okay? I want to see price, I'll tell you what, let's do this before let's make another level, okay? Let's delete that, make another level here. Price pushes up, breaks there, higher high, pulls back, breaks higher. Okay, so now that we tap into the zone, let's bring it just a little bit higher because I want to see price at the upper edge. Price is above the high volume area right here, okay? But it's tapped into the zone. The most important thing is tap into the zone, all right? Once it taps into the zone, I need to see on the 12 range now is a structure break, all right? Structure break, boom. So we get something like this here. Price hits the area, makes a high, taps to the zone, pulls back, okay, makes a low, makes a higher low, breaks lower, breaking this area of structure right here, meaning breaking the swing where it made to the upside, it broke structure here, okay? So what I want to look for now is, off the 12 range chart, is just a pullback, okay, to the area of demand, supply, not demand, area of supply, which is right here in this upper portion of the swing here. See the swing to the downside, made a low, lower high, lower low, broke structure, pulls back to within the, I guess you call it the head, the neck area of the swing, whatever the case is, but the area back into the swing right here to the downside, back of that swing, that's going to be an area of supply now on the 12 range chart. We've already marked off the higher time frame an area of supply. Go to the 12 range. We're looking for, once price taps into that 60 range area of supply, we're looking for a structure break to the downside on the 12 range chart, meaning we're looking for price to take out a level. Once price does that, it pulls back to a level, that level that took pretty much that took structure out. We'll look for price to pull back to the area, okay, back within the swing here, which we can mark as supply now. Once price pulls back to that area, all right, typically what I do then is just look for a candle break, all right? Price pulls back, making green candles back to the upside. Okay. Now all I'm looking for is a break of a red candle breaking below a green candle to the downside. So the first break or the first green candle that closes below, the first red candle that closes below the green candle, one of these green candles right here. Imagine these were green candles back to the upside here. Will price pull back, tap now into a 12 range supply area. The first red candle that closes below the body of a green candle, all right, go short. Where do you take the short back down to? Right here, back down to the low. So imagine if you got into a trade here, let's say for instance right here at 60, or whatever the case is, you take it back down here to 50, all right? Okay, you may get shaken out a little bit because price has its ebbs and flows of making lower lows and lower highs as it moves lower, okay? That may shake you out. But the key thing is too, we're at a high volume area, okay? So let's run through this again because I want to break this down really, okay? And like I said, this is a winning strategy that you can actually use now that we're into a new month, okay? And you are looking to become a profitable trader now and say that now I'm ready to start trading or going live. I've simulated, I've demoed, I understand the strategy. I'm ready to start making some money into the month of October 2022 now. This is a solid strategy. Just mark a key supply area or demand area on the 60 range chart or 60-minute chart, whatever. Once price taps and pulls back to that supply area in this example here, go down to a lower time frame chart. The 12 range chart for me, okay? It could be a 5-minute for you. Once price is in that 60 range supply area, all you do is look for a structure break, okay? And price is going to make a low, lower highs. Once you get a break of structure, just wait for the pullback to now a key area of supply off the 12 range chart, okay? Once you have that and price is back there to that key area of supply on the 12 range chart, all you want to do now is look for a candle break, meaning a red candle to break the body of a green candle to the downside and take your trade short back down to the most recent low, all right? I did get a little mixed up, a little tongue twisted, but I'm trying to put your thoughts and your words together and show it on a chart sometime. I kind of jump ahead of things sometimes, but I'm trying to explain it the best way possible so that I want to see you guys become profitable and want to see many people become successful. And like I said, that's how I trade, supply and demand. And it's very powerful, it's very impactful. A lot of people become successful in trading this because you're moving like the big banks, institutions. And as soon as you understand and trade like them, the more highly successful and profitable you're going to become, all right? So it's just an easy strategy that you can pick up on and learn. And you can also, take the 12 range chart, which could be your anchor chart. You can take a 5-minute chart, maybe it's your anchor chart, whatever the case is. Mark your supply or demand zones off of that, okay? And then maybe step down to a lower time frame chart, maybe a 2-minute, 1-minute chart. For me, it's the 4-range chart. Pair those two. The same way we did the 60 and a 12, pair maybe a 5 and a 2-minute chart. Or 5 and a 1-minute chart. Okay, for me, it would be pairing the 12 range and the 4-range chart. But all it is marking up areas of supply and demand, wait for price to come back to it, then waiting for a structure break on your lower time frame chart, then wait for price to pull back now to a zone that you marked off on the 12 range or your 5-minute chart, whatever the case is, and then just wait for the break of a candle. Simple as that. Simple strategy that works if you put it to work and mark your zones correctly. All right, guys? But that's pretty much all I have for you in this video here. I just want to make it run through a simple strategy that you can use now that we're into a new month, and you can carry it forward and use it month to month and month. It's an amazing strategy, guys. I'm telling you, it's powerful. You can ask anyone that understands and knows how I trade. Go to Discord, join the Discord. Ask, and you'll see people out there, traders out there that use the same strategy or have added it to their arsenal, and they're doing fairly well. If not fairly well, pretty doggone well with using the strategy. And there's a lot of people that would vouch for, how I actually trade, and it works. I have tons of videos on my channel where I have I do my live recorded sessions of my day trading sessions, and you can see me trade. I talk about the zones, supply and demand zones I'm looking to trade for, whatever the case is. I throw it out there on Discord. So let's go ahead and jump and talk about the Discord right quick, okay? The Discord is a great community. We are growing by the numbers daily. And people are flocking to it because I think they gravitate to it because they love the Discord. They love the interaction. We are positive people, traders on the Discord that are providing good information to one another. So if you want to join the Discord, all you have to do, I'll show it to you right quick. Let's see, here it is. All right. Join the Discord, here at Future Trading with Mike. All you have to do is find the link down in the description portion of the video below. Click on it. It's free of charge. Invite yourself in. Each and every day during the sessions, Monday through Friday, we are getting on there, us as traders, communicating, conversing with one another, talking about the markets, talking about, the levels and zones we're looking to trade from, following price action. I'm a pure price action trader. I do not trade with a lot of technical indicators, whatever the case is. Simply just use volume profile, price action, supply and demand. Okay. And again, we talk about levels and zones. We talk about people have questions. There's always someone that's going to answer the question or have an answer for your question. If it's not me, it's always someone else. I'm on there interacting during the sessions as well. But yeah, it's just a great community. So I highly, recommend that you guys come and take a look at the Discord and join us, okay, each and every day. All right, outside of that, that's pretty much it. I'm going to wrap it up. I appreciate you guys tuning in today, watching the video. I just wanted to talk more so about a winning strategy that you may want to try out. And see if it works for you. If it doesn't, that's fine. You don't have to mirror the way that somebody else's trades or whatever the case is. It's just a simple strategy that works. And if you know anything about supply and demand, you guys already know, how powerful supply and demand is and how basically pairing charts together and basically, doing a scale down approach from market zones of a higher time frame and just basically trading the same way or going through a rundown of how I actually just showed you using the charts, how it works, okay? But outside of that, that's all I have for you guys today. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please take the time to go ahead and subscribe by simply clicking on the red button below. Click on the bell. Make sure you got your post notifications turned on. Those that have currently already subscribed to the channel, thank you. I appreciate it. You guys know that I give my thanks to you guys each and every day in these videos. But also one thing I wanted to do too, we have some new members that have joined the elite channel membership, which I need to give these shout outs, okay? And let's go ahead and do that now. So the new members that have joined the elite channel membership tier as part of the YouTube membership program here on this channel are H, okay? It's just whoever just joined and their username on YouTube is H, okay? Christopher, this one may be a little bit difficult for me. Corey Rapido Correa, hopefully I said that correct. Terrence Spencer, Columbius Williams, Jazz Gill, Abraham Ployhar, Antonio Ramon, Greg F, and Preserve Life Love Happiness. Okay, those are the newest members who have joined the Elite Channel membership. If you're interested in joining one of the YouTube tiers to where you receive perks and rewards behind or doing so, it's all pretty much for the price of a cup of coffee. There is the YouTube Loyal Channel Supporter membership tier and the Elite Channel membership tier here on the channel. Mostly just about everybody signed up for the Elite Channel membership, and the reason why is because they love the perk of receiving the exclusive video content where I discuss and go into detail and break my trades down, and I believe that's helping a lot of people out. So if you're interested in joining and becoming a part of either one of the tiers, simply click on the join button on the home page here on the channel or the join button on any video page here on the channel as well. But that's all I have for you guys today. I appreciate everyone who's tuned in and watched today's video. Take care, have a fabulous weekend, and I'll see you guys in the next video.